Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to be making yellow rice. So let's get started, all right? So you guys have a wonderful Easter weekend. So now we have our crock pot here, and this crock pot we're going to be using for the yellow rice. In the measuring cup, I have 4 cups of water, and we're going to add that to the crock pot, which we're going to use for our yellow rice. So now let's add that there. One cup of rice. So in total, we have 6 cups of water in the crock pot. 2 cups of water. So every 2 cups of water is so for 6 cup water, you'll need 3 cups rice. And we're gonna be using basmati rice. I'll show you guys. So for basmati rice, I use the brand newer. See, it's 4.54 kg, 10 pounds. And remember, we had 6 cups of water in the pot, so we'll use 3 cups of rice. I'll measure it right here. So that's 3 cups. And then we're gonna wash this. We're probably gonna rinse it 3-4 times to take away all the starch. And that way your rice will be nice and fluffy. Less starch, it will fluff better. All right. And now we'll wash this. And now we'll season our yellow rice water. We'll go in with 1 teaspoon turmeric, 1 teaspoon parsley, 1 teaspoon garlic powder. So we'll add Ajinomoto. Let me see. Turn it around. Anyways, everything is in Chinese writing, so, but it's Ajinomoto. All right, we'll add 1 teaspoon. Okay. And then we'll add 2 of this Maggi cubes. So you'll want to crush it up and add it in here. So here we go. You can crush it up like that. And since we're adding these, you don't need to use salt. Except when you're done and you need some salt, then you can add, all right? I'm also adding 2 small onions. If you have a bigger one, you can add 1. But for me, I have small ones, so I'll add these 2. So this is how the onion should be. Not too big, not too small. And now you'll add it into the seasoned pot for your yellow rice. All of it. And then you give it a stir. When the water is boiling, then you'll add your basmati rice. And then we'll get to the next step. So I've washed this rice a few times, and this is my last rinse. Okay, the water is getting clear now. Basmati rice, I guess, have a lot of starch. No more than white rice, I find. But make sure you wash it nice and clean. So this is my 4th rinse. And I feel that will be enough. And now, we'll add the rice in, all of it. We'll give it a stir. And when it starts boiling, then we'll cover it. And we'll put the stove to, let's see, it's 3. And let it cook. See, for this pot, you can cover it. And it wouldn't run over. So I don't know if you guys have these pots. So if you don't, you can put the foil paper on it. This cool running spice, Caribbean spice, I want to put a teaspoon in there just for some more flavor. See how much flavor you have in here? So I'm gonna add a teaspoon. Let's take this. Just for some more flavor, you know? There, that's all. See how the rice is looking already? Basmati rice doesn't take long. So at this point, we are gonna put the lid on. And for 10 minutes, you'll check it. Or maybe before. Always check your pot. And so now I have some wings here, which I'm gonna prepare with the yellow rice. And I have 3 chicken breasts as well. I'm gonna put these, season these, cut it up, and put it on a skewer. So we'll cut it like this, and I will cut it back. So you want to try to dice them equally, but I know they would not be that equal, so this is how they're looking. So this is how much I have. Now we're gonna put this all back in the bowl. And we're gonna vinegar it up. Vinegar it up means washing it with vinegar. After 8 minutes, this is what the rice is looking like. It's not quite done. Still have some water in there. You can come in and give it a mix or a fluff. And cover it back so it can continue cooking. And at this point, you put your stove knob to the lowest level, which is low. All right. And now we're gonna cover this pot and let it cook. And when it's covered, it's probably gonna be 2 more minutes. Then you turn the stove off completely. and you leave the lid on and let it do its work. And after like 4 minutes, you open the pot and you fluff it up, and that's about it. And another thing, just to let you guys know, I do not add oil or butter. You can add oil if you want, but since I'm doing all the meat, they have their own oil. We don't need oil. I don't need oil. But if you guys want to add maybe 2 tablespoons oil while the rice is boiling, you can do that. But I feel like basmati rice does not need oil. And now let's season our meat. Black pepper, of course. Parsley. Garlic powder. And then we'll do the same for the wings. Black pepper. Parsley. Garlic powder. And now we'll add a little bit of turmeric in the chicken breast. So 2 minutes is done. And now we're gonna shut the stove off. Give the rice a fluff. See that? And then we're gonna cover it and let it do its thing. So I switch it to another burner, and I'm gonna let it sit without the cover now for 5 minutes. Let the water evaporated, and then we're gonna cover it. And now I'm not using cayenne pepper. I'm just using some chili powder. I'll just drop some in there and in the wings. So I bought these sour cream from Costco, and I'll be using sour cream to add to the chicken and the wings. And I'll use 1 tablespoon. Scoop that up. Add that in there. And then I'll just add 1/2 tablespoon in the wings. So this sour cream makes the meat tender. As you can see, the East Indian, they always season it with yogurt or sour cream. But whatever you have on hand, but I find the sour cream does a good job too. So this is what it looks like with the sour cream in it and all the seasoning. Now we'll just mix the wings up. So who cook without salt sometimes? Well, not me, but I actually forget it. So I'm gonna add a little bit salt in here, in the wings and in the chicken. So let's add some. That should be enough. And here should be enough. So this is what the rice is looking like uncovered. All the water is getting out, escaping now. So it gets nice and fluffy. So now we'll add the wings 2 more air fryer. I'm gonna use my fingers. Just add it in there. And now it's all in the air fryer. I'm just gonna stick this in for 10 minutes on one side and 10 minutes on the other side. So we have 10 minutes blinking there. And we're just gonna start it up. And we're gonna be using wooden skewers. First, you have to wet them. Okay, so give them a little soak. You can actually soak them in water, like have a bowl, add water, and put them in. But I'm just gonna run some water through it, because these are not going over fire. I'll show you what I'm gonna be doing. Alright, so I think that's enough, 30 seconds. Then we're gonna try and put all these cubes of chickens on them, alright? So stay tuned. So these are all the skewer sticks. So we're gonna take the chicken and we're gonna poke it through. Alright. So there. And we're gonna keep going until it's filled. So I have 4 on there. I'll add one more. See? So I'll add 6. 6 pieces. I'm not gonna add any pepper on these today, even though I have some. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna give it a rest there. And then I'm gonna continue the process. I'm gonna get some more going. And after I finish this, I'm gonna brush on some oil. Because this is chicken breast, you need some oil on it. Alright? Alright, so this is what it's looking like. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 set of skewers. And now I'll add some oil to the chicken breast. Just drizzle some. And then this is on here, my handy dandy griddle. I'll add it on top of here. So now I'll turn the chicken wings over for another 10 minutes. So this one side cooked for 10 minutes, so I'll do another side for another 10 minutes. And then this will be done. I'll flip over. So now we're gonna go in again. Another 10 minutes and we're gonna go start. Okay, so for my griddle, I'll add some oil and I'll brush the oil on. Okay, and now I'll add my skewers. So let's add these on there. Hear that? Cooking. I'll add more. Look at that. And now everybody's sizzling away here. Look at that goodness. If you smell the kitchen, well, the fan is on, but it smells so good. Let's just give it a flip and see. Whoa, start cooking already, guys. See that? So when it's brown, we're gonna flip it again. And this is the easiest thing to cook on, I find. You know, summertime you can go outside and cook, but wintertime, you're inside grilling too, guys. Okay, we'll flip the first one and see what's going on. Ooh, look at that. Let's just flip this one as well. My goodness. Let's see this one. Oh yeah. So I give them all a flip and let it grill some more and get brown, and then we're gonna lower the temperature. Right now it's at 300. We'll probably go at 2 and let it cook. Ooh, look at that brown there. Wings is all done. So now we're gonna take it out. And now we'll make some sauce for the yellow rice. You'll need a bowl. You'll need mayo. You'll need sour cream. You'll probably use half a lemon. Let's see. 3 cloves of garlic. You're gonna mash it up in here. All right. So let's dip the mayo. So we're adding, oh, nearly added outside. 1, 2 scoops of mayo. So we have 3 scoops of mayo. Let's rest that there and cover. And now we're gonna use another spoon. And this is the sour cream. We'll scoop 3 spoons as well. Add it in the same bowl. That's 1. That's 2. And we're going for a 3rd one. Alright. So now, see my lemon? Let's squeeze all of that goodness in there. This lime. Sorry. Why am I saying lime? This lemon has a lot of juice, so if you have any seeds in there, you want to take it out. I think I just saw 1 drop in there. Alright. And then we'll add all the garlic in here as well. And now you want to add some parsley. And now we're going to give that goodness a mix. So this sauce here is to eat with the yellow rice and the chicken. And you guys, it is very delicious. See that? If you have fresh cilantro, you can add that. I have some, so I'll add that at the end of all my dishes. Alright, just to garnish. If you don't have, that's fine. So now I'll chip my tomato, my cucumber, my romaine lettuce, half red onion, and some cilantro to garnish everything. And we'll add this to this bowl, and then we'll serve dinner. Can't hear. Now I'll add the cucumbers. Look at that. Looking pretty already. Now let's add the cherry tomatoes. And now I'll add some red onion in there. Looks pretty already. So let's give the salad a toss here. Now let me plate some for myself, starting with this delicious basmati rice. Now I'll add some chicken wings to my plate. I'll take 3. And now I'll add 1 skewer over here. Oh, now I'll add some salad. And now I'll add some sauce at the side. I normally drizzle it, but I want to add it to the side there. So now look at that. Oh, I forget my dressing. I'll add some Italian dressing. Ooh, I'm drooling, guys. Are you drooling yet? Well, you have to make this. So that's what my plate is looking like at the dinner table. Thank you all for watching and have a wonderful Easter weekend.